is I'm bringing him into me using this kind of manipulation to turn him. And from here, look, I can come around, turn his head, see, and now look, I can bite, I can headbutt, I can latch onto his head here and come around in this way, look, put my thumb underneath his jawline on the ear here, and I can just turn him a little and carry him that way, okay? Hi, Matt from Modern Samurai again. Again, I've got Matt with me, he's going to help out today. Today's question is from Samuel. Now, Samuel has asked us if we can show the shredder. Now, the obvious answer to that is no. Okay? Now, the reason I say that is because, as I explained to him via message, I've never trained in the shredder, I've never ever taken classes in that, and I don't pretend to know the ins and outs of it to the point where I can claim to have any real knowledge. There are some principles that overlap with lots of other things, so I'm going to show some of those and show a similar sort of variant of what we do. But if you want to see the shredder, the concept of the shredder, the actual techniques of the shredder, if you want to see that done properly, then YouTube, Rich Dimitri, have a look at his kind of stuff. To be fair, it's awesome to watch. So have a look at that, because he's the expert, not me, okay? On this, we do a version, it's a similar premise in a lot of ways, okay? And I tend to call this basically the jamjar, because essentially what I'm doing is I'm unscrewing the person's head, for want of a better word, okay? Now, what we're looking at is quick targeting, things that are going to be effective. So obviously you've got things like eyes, throat, nose, various ways of moving that, ears, you know, I can rip into the ear and tear it, I can stick thumbs into the ear and fingers into the ear and pressure, it's very, very uncomfortable, okay, I can hook round here, look, watch his head, just with a little bit of manipulation, see the head turn, alright, now this is where this jam jar effect comes in, because what I'm doing here, look, is I'm bringing him into me using this kind of manipulation to turn him and control him, and now I can start to rip and tear and, you know, yank up his nose, poke him in the eye. It's basically, you know, sensory overload, okay? The whole point of this is that I'm just going straight at him and I'm not giving him any kind of opportunity to come back at me or do the things that he is trained to do. So if you think about a boxer throwing punches, if I stand and I get involved in a boxing match with him, right, then he's going to be hitting me, I'm going to be hitting him, and one of us will get lucky sooner or later. Alright, whereas if I come straight into this kind of concept, and instead of looking to do that, what I actually do is look to tie him up. So as he goes to throw a punch, what I actually do here is come straight in, latch on. Now, as I'm latching on here, what have I got at this point, okay? Now, from here I can look to come and open him up this way. Alright, from here I can look to hook round and bring him back this way. But what I'm looking to do is latch onto him. Now, if I come here and I come here and I come here, now from here, look, I can come round and turn his head, see? And now look what I've got here. He's in a really not a nice position, and from here I can work, I can control him. Now, if we're looking at a security point of view, this is quite a good way to shut down an aggressive guy, because if I've got to stop somebody, you know, having that mind frame, I want to switch him out of that predator sort of mindset, yeah? So if he's very aggressive and he's, you know, getting to the point where I have to defend myself, now from here quite quickly I can come straight in and start to control him, okay? Now it doesn't matter what he does, it can be a grab, it can be a punch, it can be whatever it is, it really doesn't matter. The idea of this remains the same. So if you do whatever it is you want to do, okay, so here look, he's going that way, so from now look, I control him on the head here. Now I can bite, I can headbutt, I can latch onto his head here and come around in this way, look, and start to just pull on his nose. Look at the control I've got here. Now from this position, look, I can just literally just drag him out the bar this way. It's really uncomfortable, so I'm doing this as gently as possible, okay? Here look, fingers under the chin, here. Now look what happens to his head, see? Here look, so I'm not carrying him. If he's a big guy, yeah, and I can now control him, work on him here, okay, if I've got to get really physical, you know, I can do, but here if we're looking about taking a person out, if I just stick my fingers up underneath his jawline here, look, and wedge his head in, he will genuinely follow me. Okay, and if he tries to mess about, so if he tries to fight back, okay, from here, look, now I can just make that more. So I can put my thumb underneath his jawline on the ear here, and I can just turn him a little and carry him that way, okay? So, you okay, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay. Really uncomfortable, really horrible stuff. It's not just sort of the shredder that does all these kind of things. You'll see this in lots of different variations. I'm a big fan of this kind of stuff because it closes down the opportunities for the aggressor to do other things too. But as I mentioned, if you want to see this done in all its glory, have a look for a guy called Rich Dimitri, and he really is pretty good at this kind of thing and does it far better than I could show you.